All right, testing, testing. Test, test. Hello? Okay, the quality of this mic is kind of weird. But, I guess we'll deal with it. I got a new headset. This is the first time I'm doing a live stream with it. That's okay. We're gonna run with it. It's my only headset, so
To Beagle Eye Visions.
I feel like I say that about all of them, but it's because it's true. I already recorded this. Tall tale, unfortunately. So this will be the 6th time I have freaking completed this tall tale because the person that I recorded the tall tale with basically got offended and wanted me to let me turn this music down. Wanted me to delete the episode because feelings got hurt. So I had to delete a 3-hour live stream because feelings got hurt. You know, that's how sensitive people are. People are soft. They're freaking soft. But anyways, gonna do the Wild Rose Tall Tale. I'm already stocked up. Why am I going to the island? I have a heavy heart today too, and it's a gray, gloomy day outside. Hopefully the sun will come out in the Sea of Thieves. But we lost another legend today. Let me sit down. Let me sit down and talk to you guys. Lost another freaking absolute legend today. I woke up and found out that Jimmy Cliff had passed away. I don't know how he passed away. I know he was getting up there. He's been preaching the truth for his entire life. I think he was. I don't want to look up how old he was. I'm not sure, but he was a legend. And Spotify is so absolutely, completely worthless that they don't even have one of the greatest albums on the planet is made by Jimmy Cliff, and it's called Rebirth. That is one. I freaking love that album so much. I was gonna play this tall tale and listen to it, but like I said, Spotify is absolutely worthless. I don't know why people support this garbage platform, but don't get me started on that. So let me look up the tall tale so I know what to do, know what I'm doing. And I'm listening to the soundtrack of The Harder They Come, which is an amazing movie that Jimmy Cliff starred in. Jimmy Cliff actually plays the bad guy, but I haven't watched that movie in quite a long time. I would really love to. I would really love to rewatch it. The last time I checked, the way that I saw The Harder They Come, I saw it for absolutely free, and it was on YouTube. The entire movie was on YouTube for free, and there was like no commercials either. So I don't know if that's still a thing anymore, but I'm gonna check after this live stream. But I also want to give some big ups to I would consider a friend because of just the sheer amount of knowledge that he talks about on his YouTube channel. So if you're into reggae and if you're into truth, love, and freedom, like I am over here at Beagle Eye Visions, I highly recommend you check out the presentation called "The Mystery Tradition of Reggae Music and Its Symbols." This presentation was presented this year, so not a lot of it's still very underrated. Not a lot of people checked it out. It was presented by soundpath.org, organizer and presenter Chris Callahan on the mystery tradition of reggae music and its symbols, mirrored from his YouTube site. Is it just another genre of music, or is there a deeper, veiled, more symbolic meaning to reggae? Come learn about reggae as a mystery tradition intended to spread the truth through symbolism and allegory. We love that word. Everybody, if you're following the channel, we love that word, allegory. I got chills just even speaking about this. Through symbolism and allegory, and equip yourself with a greater set of tools to decode and understand this beautiful message of freedom, sovereignty, morality, and love. Shout out to Chris Callahan. I'm subscribed to his YouTube channel. I forget what it's called. Now I'll look that one up. Truth. Let's shout out his website that he made. His website is lovewisdomfreedom.com, and like I said, I will put this presentation and his other presentation that he did on another absolutely, I would say, largely underrated nowadays. Another absolute reggae legend is Peter Tosh. He did another presentation on Peter Tosh, and it was flawless. It was, and a lot of people, the way they do presentations, they don't. They'll do it very straight-laced, I would say. They don't put any music because a lot of these platforms that we use restrict us. But the way Chris Callahan did both of those presentations that I just mentioned, he added music into them. He added Peter Tosh and Bob Marley, and he's talking about the lyrics. It's a beautiful presentation. I really enjoyed it. I've watched it about two, three times by now. I highly recommend it. I'm going to put it in the link in the description of this video. So be sure to check that out when you get the time. Don't even get the time. Make the time to go watch that presentation. Dang it! All right, let's get back to work. All right. Yeah, I'm listening to Toots and Maytals right now. They have a few songs on the that Jimmy Cliff movie, The Harder They Come, that I just mentioned. Gotta love Toots and Maytals, man. Oh, the music is so powerful. All right, we're gonna start sailing here so I can get some dovey. And since I already completed this tall tale 6 times, I got the Wild Rose, the wheel right here. I really like it. It's got the gold and the red. Right? Red is the color of action. We love that. That's why you gotta take the red pill. Take the pill of action. Or it's also the color of love, of course. Which is what this tall tale is all about. This is one of my favorite tall tales. So I guess I really don't mind, I really don't mind doing it a 6th time, but I would rather do it a 6th time teaching somebody how to get through this tall tale, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Yep, it's already completed, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll do it again. We'll do it a 6th time. I'm not going to complain about being a pirate, but I will complain about I have to go to the grocery store after this quest. And that's going to suck, because, just dealing with the general asleep populace is not always fun. Alright, let me get some W. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in, I appreciate you guys. As of right now, this recording is, as of right now, I need 11 subscribers to get to the next level of the Sea of Thieves Insider. So if you know anybody who loves truth, wisdom, truth, love, and wisdom, send them over to Beagle Eye Vision. Send them Beagle Eye Vision's way. A lot of people look down on video games, but I think it's another tool that we can use to, educate ourselves. Human beings spend a lot of time on these video games and a lot of the time on these tall tales. Somebody told me last night, I don't know how you could do the same tall tale 5 times over and over again. Well, I don't understand how somebody could play 10,000 rounds of Call of Duty or 10,000 rounds of Fortnite or oh, one of these dogs farted. You guys are so gross. 10,000 rounds of Call of Duty, 10,000 rounds of Battlefield 6. It's the same thing with 0 story, narrative, and people have no problem just doing that same thing. You know, just demolishing other people on the internet over and over again in Battlefield 6. It's really popular right now. But you can't do a tall tale with a story that requires you to pay attention. You know, I just don't understand that. That's why people don't read books. You know, they don't want to pay attention to stories. Hell, when most people watch. What am I doing? Did I not dive? Yeah, like they'll spend time, spiritual currency, watching a show. You know, that show Dexter. They'll binge watch all 8 seasons of Dexter, a show about a murderer. But when it comes to paying attention to a tall tale, like I don't understand. I don't understand people's gripes. So many people have so many inconsistencies in their beliefs. It's ridiculous. It's terrible. Terrible. Oh my gosh. That dub slouch dubby. Oh, it's got me drooling. Oh my gosh, so good. Oh my god, it's so good. Hopefully, like I said, this is a new headset, new mic, so I don't know if I'm being too loud. Let me know, I guess. Put it in the comments below if I'm being too loud. Ooh, Johnny Too Bad by the Flickers just came on. A classic. Probably won't be playing much shanties today because I got all this music going in my ear holes. Man, Jimmy Cliff was so awesome. He helped me get through a lot of hard times. He'll continue to help me get through hard times too. His music is just, man, so good. Hope everybody's doing good today. Keep having a good day. Skatopia, the YouTube channel of Skatopia. If you're into skateboarding, they've been uploading all of their OG skate videos in in the distorted Epcot bean over there at Skatopia. A lot of amazing videos, a lot of awesome shorts. If you're into, like I said, if you're into skateboarding, they've been killing it on that channel. Ah, there's the sun. Where is it? Oh, we'll see it while we're sailing, I'm sure. What's up, Olive?
Did Olivia send you? Oh, thank heavens. I've been beside myself, out here all alone with no one to confide in but that beastly Humphrey. There's nothing I can do, you see. Not really. I'm no pirate. Not like my best friend, Rose. She's amazing. I once saw her bite a rope clean in half, you know. She's so fierce. Unless she's with George. He's her fiancé now. And she sent me this beautiful diary, all about how they both met and fell in love. They've even asked me to officiate their wedding. It's such an honor. Except, you see, they were due to be married 3 days ago. But they never arrived, and I've been worried sick ever since. I just know something must be wrong. Olivia told me her compass helped you locate a skeleton lord. I'm not as skilled with the ritual, but yes, perhaps the same magic might help locate Rose and George. Rose wrote about burying precious keepsakes in her diary. Find their chest of memories and bring me any mementos it leads you to. Please, hurry, I'm begging you.
All right. Since we're all about reading books here on Beagle Eye Visions, I'll just go ahead and read this to you guys. Since I will be creating I'm going to be creating a new series. It's going to be called a Modern Day Chautauqua. I'm very excited. Before I start the next book review, I'll probably do one episode of that. I'll record the book review, and then I'll continue. I'm going to read the entire book to you guys. So I'm very excited, looking forward to that, because people need to hear this stuff. People need to hear these messages of truth, love, and freedom. And, you know. Okay, so anyways, Always Yours by Rose and George. Pirate, please help me find my friends, bring me their treasured mementos, and we'll soon have them back. Olive, this book tells our story about our unsuspecting beginnings, up to the day we are to be married. I can't wait for the rest of my life with you. Your Rose. Your Rosie. That symbol is really interesting. This is the first time I mention you. Hi, Olive. It's been ages since I wrote to you. So it's this is George writing to Olive. Hi, Olive. I know it's been ages since I wrote to you, but you know what life is like at sea. We made it to the sailor's bounty, though. We had picked up a crew member called George. Or no, this is Olive writing... Rose writing to Olive. Jeez. We had picked up a new crew member called George. He might not last long, though. He's so quiet. We will see how he holds his drink tonight, which could be funny at least. Rose. Day 5. I nearly messed up again. I fell for a trap in Cannon Cove. Ran straight towards it. That's when they ambushed me. Suddenly, there she was with 2 swords drawn. 1 versus 4. They never stood a chance after I called her Wild Rose. She didn't smile, but she also didn't hit me. I think that means she likes it. So this is, George wrote this. And, you know, you see Rose right there with the Sacred Feminine ready to protect, George. I just love this story. It's so awesome. We saw familiar sails on the horizon again. Our old Captain Briggsy's still sailing the high seas. I hope she's okay. Day 24. So it goes from day 5 to day 24. Holy cow. Oh, Olive, we are pursued by a captain who goes by the name Rook. Rumors on the wind claim she is a skeleton of fearsome power, bearer of a terrible curse. I can't think of anything worse, somebody trying to take me away. I can't think of anything worse, somebody trying to take me away from the sea. Now, this part of the story is really interesting because, Captain Rook is in the book of Sea of Thieves, Heart of Fire, which I did a book review of that on the channel. A fantastic book. Chris Alcock, he's an amazing writer. I really love. It seems like he really cares about the material that he was given to. I love that. I always love that when you know, an author respects the material. There's a lot of little Easter eggs in that book that'll make you smile if you're a huge fan of Sea of Thieves like I am. Yeah, so Captain Rook, and then Rook is also in chess. Rook is the chess piece that goes in a straight and narrow line. I think it can only go straight or backwards, right? So that's a really, really interesting kind of symbolism there. And that's, you know, I'm not saying we should take these symbolisms as gospel, right? We're kind of just having fun here. But it's something to think about. This is how you find the allegory. This is how you find, find the moral of the story. So we are pursued by Captain Rook, who goes by, rumors in the wind, terrible curse. Yeah, and Rook also has a curse, but in the book, the Sea of Thieves, Heart of Fire book, Rook is still of flesh when we meet her, which is really interesting. And like what she does in the book is very bizarre. I highly recommend everybody read the book. Find the time to read the book. George came up with some drink for me. It was hot and tasted like spices. I'm so glad he stayed. He's a welcome distraction with his warm spirit and his tall tales. Wink, wink. And then I fell asleep with my head on his shoulder. How embarrassing, Rose. And we're getting to day 36, which the number 33 in Freemasonic or Freemasonry, the number 33 is the degree of temperature at which ice melts. Just a little fun fact. We picked up a bounty from Olive today. She took me to one side and asked if I was sweet on Rose. I guess I hadn't thought about it before. I mean, she's been a close friend almost as long as I've known her. She certainly saved my skin a fair few times. Maybe I should sleep on it. And that's page 12. We're getting to page 12. There's a bounty on the left-hand page that they picked up. Olive. He kissed me. We had just broken Captain Quickshot, and we were stopping for supplies at the Lagoon of Whispers, and he kissed me. I don't want to sleep. What if today was a dream? I love Rose. She seems like such a sweetheart. We found an old chest buried in wet sand at Sea Dog's Rest at the bottom. 2 halves of a pendant that were clearly important to someone else, but now they belong to us. Classic pirates. 1 half of each, so that even when we are apart, we are always together. Day 78. Rook and her ship are a dark presence on the seas. So Rook had a ship. It seems like in the Heart of Fire that she loses her ship because she's, or no, she still has her ship. What am I talking about? She still has her ship, and she meets Captain Slate and that crew on the high seas, and she like really annoys Captain Slate. It's actually kind of a funny scene. Rook and her ship are a dark presence on the seas. It feels like her sails are always on the horizon, and the curse is always in the back of Rose's mind. Rose is brave, but she can't hide her fear from me. Freedom means everything to her, and this is why I love Rose. Me and Rose would be best friends. Me, Rose, and George, we would chop it up. Because that's what the high seas are all about, right? This is what I commented. The Sea of Thieves official Facebook page asked the question, like, where does your allegiance lie, with Athena's fortune or the Reapers? And I didn't even answer. I said my allegiance lies with freedom under natural law. Freedom for everybody on the seas. That's why we sail the seas, to get away from the slavery of real life. You know? Slavery and taxation and the maniacal jobs that we deal with on a daily basis. Okay, Dave 78. Dark Presence, Rose's mind. Yeah, freedom means everything to her. It's so important. That's why I love these tall tales. Hello, welcome back, Elliot. You already saw this tall tale, but I had to do it again. I had to delete and reset. It's good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Hi, Olive. George and I are taking some memories we care about, and they all go in the chest we buried, hidden at Boulder Key on the thinnest spit of the land. Okay, so that's where I'm going. I'm going to Boulder. I need that chest. Sick. How you doing today? On the thinnest spit of the land, Boulder Key. Yes. Yesterday was Mark Passio's I always say that. Mark Passio's Shadowwork seminar. I can't wait till it comes out for the public. It's going to be amazing. It was a really awesome Saturday. Mind-blowing, really emotional. Learned a lot, as usual. Oh, man, I'm sorry. You got to drink some water, brother. You know, whenever I get a headache, it's usually like from, too much caffeine, or I'm dehydrated. Drink some water, chill out, maybe roll up some, twist some herbs up. I'm trying to be friendly for YouTube. All right, so we're going to Boulder Key. Dear Olive, thank you so much for agreeing to perform our wedding. Yes, that is awesome. I want to be married. Freaking love these guys. Yeah, it's all about rise and grind to get you some of that bean juice. We've been practicing our dance at Wanderer's Refuge. George surprised me with lovely music box, which makes it so much easier to practice. See you soon, Wild Rose and George. So now they're writing letters together. That is so awesome. I love these guys. These guys are adorable. Some of that bean juice. Yes, sir. Yes, and just for a heads up, that the presentations I mentioned earlier for Sound Path to Freedom, I believe around December, we're getting an awesome little Christmas gift. So they're going to they're going to repost all of the Sound Path to Freedom musicians and all of the live performances. I'm really looking forward to that, because Sound Path to Freedom was also another amazing weekend, a beautiful weekend. I was playing a lot of Sea of Thieves while I was watching Sound Path to Freedom. I had my Bluetooth speaker hooked up while I was sailing the seas, and they were singing about freedom. Oh man, that weekend was sick. But yeah, we got a little Christmas gift here. So we get the Fallout Season 2 show coming up for Christmas. We'll see if if Bethesda's childish storytelling will impress the people. And then we get Sound Path to Freedom will be posted up. Maybe Mark Passio will post the old Shadowwork seminar for absolutely free, like he does for all of his work, because he values freedom. He values the truth. He puts months and months and months of work into these presentations. And the slides are beautiful. It's got a sacred feminine figure with a green headdress. So you got the emerald language in there, and I think she also has green eyes too, which is an awesome Coldplay song. Yar, there's some ghosties. Ooh, and a captain. Ooh, loot, loot. Give me the loot. Oh, a mandarin. Oh, 2 mandarins. 3 mandarins. What are you guys making love to each other? What the? You guys are inappropriate. Captain Matt Doom All. That's a pretty basic name, bro. I'm gonna send you back to Davy Jones's locker. I love this loot. Give me the loot. Yes. I'm on safe seas, by the way. That's how I play all these tall tales. Got a crate of the old Jesse's Tea. Shout out to Jesse's Tea House. Freaking love Jesse's Tea House, but I don't have. I can't afford to buy a new like water boiler. So my Guy Wan tea set has just been collecting dust in a box. Kind of a shame, but yeah, I gotta get back to work. Gotta start applying to some jizzobs. Make sure, you know, even if you don't like reggae, make sure you just do yourself a favor, listen to one song of Jimmy Cliff today, you know, just to make him a little bit happy, you know, wherever he may be resting. You know, that's what I did whenever David Bowie passed away. I had a lot of friends that was like really into his music, so we listened to a lot of David Bowie, which was fun. We had a couple of grogs. We were playing card games. Then a few years after that, my friend Clover passed away. Or no, I think it was the same year that David Bowie. So shout out to Clover. I miss you. She was a big fan of my music, of Dead End on Sarah. She went to a lot of the punk rock shows. I used to play Record Store Day at my local record store over here, Orbit Music. And she was always one of the people. She'd always randomly text me and, hey, you got any shows coming up? I can't focus on too much looting and scooting and shooting today because, like I said, I gotta make sure. I only have, what time is it? Oh, I got about 45 minutes before I go to the store. Or before I have to go to the store. And I don't have a vehicle either, so of course I gotta go when the ride's ready, you know. Okay, so that should have gave me a couple of extra pieces of notes to continue the tall tale. My pirate senses are tingling. I think there might be another piece of treasure in these waters. Oh, I better get going. I'm short on time. And then I still continue to swim and look for loot. Alright, alright, alright. If I finish the tall tale, I'll get 8,000. We made a decent amount of money last night. We were streaming on Twitch. I was streaming with the boys. That was a lot of fun. Streaming with the drunkens. Okay, our memories. We should go back to these places to hide our mementos. I love these guys. They are so amazing. They are legends. They truly love each other. They take care of each other. You know, see Rose protecting George. Yeah, after last night, I broke the 11 million. The 11 million mark. Pretty sweet. Oh, this is the last song in the album. That's kind of lame. Or south? Okay, I'm gonna have to watch the video. I'll be back. Shout out to Con. He's been helping me through all these tall tales. His walkthrough guides are very quick and straight to the point. Doing what I do best. You need to go to Boulder Key. Oh! Wait a minute. I'm already there. Seriously? No, did it say the north? North side of the island? Maybe? No way! Yes! 3 mandarins! Oh yeah! Yeah! The perfect plan looks like it's at Sailor's Bounty. Oh, these Spotify commercials are out of control. Alright, I'm gonna do a slow sale so I can change the album and hopefully bypass these annoying commercials. Or at least for a few songs. I'm gonna keep listening to Jimmy Cliff. I'm probably gonna pick an album I've never even heard before. Because that's how you find new music. You know? When you find new music, like when you see a song you've never heard before, what do you have to lose? Either you'll like it or you don't like it. You know, people are so weird about trying to find new music. Okay, Wonderful World, Beautiful People by Jimmy Cliff. We're gonna get that going if these commercials ever stop. Squirt dog's back here not getting enough attention, barking every 30 seconds. But, you know, that's the life of a beagle. We got Squirt Dog and Snoop Dogg out here because Picklehead went to work. Hopefully, maybe me and Picklehead will stream on Twitch later, get some dubby-dubs on Fort. I only have about 2 skins left to unlock on this very annoying season of The Simpsons. Right, which is another allegory. Shout out to the End Evil podcast. They have a episode called, if you look up End Evil Shitcoms, S-H-I-T, like situational comedies, but they did a play on words and called it Shitcoms. That is an amazing live stream that they did together. I really enjoyed that. They talked about how these sitcoms normalize being immoral, basically. You know, a lot of these sitcoms will have episodes where at the beginning of the episode, the character will tell a lie, and the episode will continue to keep going, and the lie will just get bigger and bigger and bigger until the end of the episode. You know, sometimes there's a moral of the story, not on a lot of the sitcoms we have nowadays, but you know, the lie will blow up, and it's like you could have avoided the whole situation by just telling the truth. You know, and another sitcom is The Simpsons, right? The Simpletons, the Simps, basically. You know, and you have this depiction of a dumb alcoholic father with, you know, the mom's the mom wears the pants in the house, and the dad just works at a nuclear power plant. You know, that's kind of an immoral. I look at, you know, power plants as like outdated technology. It's like kind of an immoral job. You know, especially with what happened after Chernobyl, we could use the energy of the sun to harness electricity nowadays. I mean, it's ridiculous that we're still using these ancient, like fossil fuel technology. But again, these sitcoms, they just normalize it. That's what they do. You know, Grounded for Life, Friends. There's so many. Seinfeld is, you know, a sitcom all about normalizing Satanism. It was a rye bread. You know, steals an entire loaf of bread from a sweet old timer. You know, she's just like, she gets the last rye bread and is walking home. Seinfeld snatches it from her, like, oh, ha 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 ha, let's laugh at Satanism, ha 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 ha. Oh, Homer Simpson is so dumb, let's laugh at it, ha 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 ha. And then in Fortnite, he's even depicting Homer Simpson is depicting a devil. He's wearing a devil outfit, right? And like, it's literal Satanism. Like, it's, I mean, what else can you call it, right? And so in the game, in Fortnite, you drop in, and you can defeat Homer Simpson, who is the devil, which I don't know. It's just really weird. It's really weird. I don't understand. And you know, that Family Guy is normalized. How many kids out there are getting off of school and watching Family Guy or American Dad? You know, King of the Hill is pretty good, but still, it's King of the Hill has a lot of really good morals to the story, but still, Hank Hill is still like an order follower. He loves paying his taxes. He votes. You know, voting is an immoral action. You have the right to vote on who makes the best chili, you know, in your neighborhood or your local area, but you don't have the right to vote to have, you know, have a slave master have power over not only yourself but also your neighbors. And you know, the sooner people realize that, the better. The world will start becoming a better place. Like Chris Jansen says, the world will become unrecognizable. But you know, we're just so used to slavery and so used to dealing with these evil tyrants through complacency. Complacency of religion, complacency of, you know, giving your money over to these corporations that do not care. Oh, I was playing Fortnite too much. I tried to walk through that bush. Yeah, it's pure complacency, giving money to these corporations like Spotify, or giving, you know, paying for YouTube Premium, or you know, what else? You know, going to Starbucks and getting a, like somebody in the How to Become, or not, somebody in the Shadowwork seminar chat was talking about how, you know, like they know people who go to Starbucks and spend over $100 a week just on coffee drinks, right? But they won't spend $70, or if they do spend $70 to take a Shadowwork seminar, they'll just complain about it and they'll say they didn't get their money's worth. It's like you're such a dunce. You're such an ignoramus. Like, nobody forced you to pay that money. Nobody forces you to go to Starbucks and get extremely unhealthy drinks, but you do that on your own time. You do that on your own volition. Another great interview that at the end of All Evil podcasts has just done recently. Chris Jansen recently interviewed Etienne de la Botier, and it was just a phenomenal episode. You know, Etienne, he says we need to try to demystify anarchy and start calling it voluntarism, because when you say anarchy, people turn their nose up because they don't read books, they don't study the true definitions of the words that they use. So, you know, they look at anarchy as like some crazy, those crazy, you know, Trump, freaking orange man, got on the podium, and as soon as he was like, we're going to take these anarchists down. Brr. You know, so all the Trumpers in the Trump cult were like, oh yeah, anarchy. These anarchists are crazy. They're bad. You know, it's like, hey, they're just human beings. As long as they're not hurting somebody. If they're a true anarchist, you know, if they're following the teachings of natural law, freedom under natural law, they you know, hopefully they're not causing any harm to anybody. And the history of anarchism is really good. Like, you get into books like Emma Gold, his Anarchism and Other Essays. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, please, but I think C.W. Leadbeater might be an anarchist. No, it says Google. According to Google, it says Leadbeater is not an anarchist. But you know, Emma Goldman. There's also the drummer of Crass wrote an amazing book. I've done book reviews on all these books. So there's like, if you haven't read these books, why? Put it in the comments below for me. Well, tell me why you haven't read these books. But the drummer of Crass, Penny Rombad, absolute legend. He's an anarchist, and he writes in his books teachings of natural law and you know, morality. freaking love. I love Penny. He's so cool. He's been making his living. Last time I checked, he was doing like spoken word poetry, and his poetry is beautiful. It's really the way that his raspy voice is with his poetry. I think it's absolutely divine. It's awesome. I need to look into that tonight. I need to hear some Penny Rombod poetry. So I was the reason why I deleted the original podcast is because I kept telling this person that spirituality is the spire ritual. It's a ritual to try to get to the point, right? You're trying to hone in on the point. You're sharpening your sword through ritual, and she's just like, "Oh, I hate that you say that." Well, it's like stop thinking with your emotions. Stop, drop, and think, like what Will Keller says. You know, everybody thinks with their emotions. They don't think with logic. It's just emotional responses. You know, you tell them that government is slavery through guvernare mens mentes to control the mind, to govern the mental capacity, govern mental. You know, and they're just like, oh, that doesn't make any sense, Henry. You're stretching. You're just playing with words, at best. You know, and I'm like, no, break down the words. Get your head out the sand. You know, like I said all the time. I said it on the podcast last night. It's like if people do read books, they only read one book, the Facebook or the holy book, quote unquote holy book. You know, it's just an allegory. That's all it is. Just an allegory. Oh. Oh, I can sell that sell that crate of Jesse's tea straight from China.
That looks like the music box Rose spoke of. And these must be George's secret cooking spices. I'm not as skilled at the
Let
rice
George
as Madame
cook.
Olivia, but Rose is counting on me, so this has to work.
So
I'll
she's
make
going
it
to
work.
perform a spire ritual, right? She's trying to break these souls free so they can love and be together and love each other. It's a ritual. People anthropomorphize these words and they use their feelings to obfuscate the truth. You know, they look at ritual as a bad thing or a negative thing. Information is information. You know, that's what Ben Stewart said in the documentary of Kai Matica and Esoteric Agenda. Information is information. Stop anthropomorphizing these things. You know, as soon as you do that, makes you turn your nose up.
Will lead the way towards Wild Rose and George, wherever they may be. Please do whatever it takes to get them home safely so they can finally have their wedding day.
Yes, let's get these lovebirds married. Oh, I always forget to grab this chest here. In search of the lovers. Yeah, I love it. I'm not gonna lie. One of the times I did this tall tale, I got kind of emotional. When you'll see why. When you get the two pieces of their pendants together, and she does another ritual to complete the tall tale. So good stuff. I can't sell to the sovereigns right now because I'm on safe seas. got the compass right. Okay. Sometime there's one time I forgot to get the compass. And the compass. Look at the compass, right? This is another. Like, let's see here. North, east, west, south, right? Look at the word. It's the news. Because the news keeps you in a state of perpetual fear. It keeps your emotions going north, east, west, south, right? The news. There's nothing new under the sun. You know, the news will show you, guy just tried to jump off a bridge. Who wants this dog? You know, it's like, they show you they keep your emotions going in all sorts of different directions. And how long is the newscast? It's the same amount of time as the sitcoms, the poop coms, you know, the shit coms. Same amount of time. It's like 30 minutes or an hour. Designed to keep you from the truth, realizing your full potential, that you have infinite power, you are an infinite being. This W's got me fired up today. Well, and the Shadow Work seminar, of course. That was man, it was freaking so good. Oh, get out of there, Otto! Let's see, so I'm ready to go, basically, right? I've done this tall tale so many times, I feel like I'm just blowing through it. It's 4:38 right now, okay, so... Let me send a text message. Whoa, hey, whoa. Freaking hooligans. Freaking flat-footed skellies. Alright, got a little bit of action there. I can't get that loot. I literally don't have time. I gotta keep going. That sucks. Rip that loot. R.I.P. R.I.P. to that loot. Another bro. What the heck? What is going? I'm gonna sink. I'm gonna freaking sink. I'm not gonna make it. Wow, that's unbelievable. Wow, what the heck was that? Okay, I was gonna say I should still have the... Oh, am I here? Oh my god, look! It's right there! It was a blessing in disguise. Dang it. Dude, the skelly ships, bro! Like, he rants over my ship. How was I supposed to repair all that? Well, that was kind of exciting, I guess. Lost the chest, though. What am I gonna store these pendants in? Hey, it's okay. What does Pop say? You win some, you lose some. But you win to fight another day! The skeletons ain't gonna keep a good pirate down. Alright. Welcome to Beagle Eye. Wonder where I sank at. That was interesting. Looks like it might be Cannon Cove. Let me get Otto back out. Those skeletons were daredevils, man. Can somebody in the chat clip that, please? Evil Knievel skeletons. Although Evil Knievel never died. He probably just turned into a skeleton. And so, Captain Briggsy and Captain Rook, they both end up becoming skeleton lords, I believe. I don't know about Rook, but Captain Briggsy definitely becomes a skeleton lord, about to wipe her out. Because their greed is so overtaken, it consumes their flesh. And I think that's what the allegory of the skeleton curse is all about. You know, and you see it in the Pirates of the Caribbean, too, where Jack Sparrow gets cursed. They got to find the Black Pearl. You know, the curse of the Black Pearl, right? Because all their greed, and then the pirates' greed consumes them, so then they're not able to consume food. They're not able to consume any water or wine. You know, they're always hungry. It's a representation for their greed. All right, let's go take out Captain Briggsy. And what she says is really interesting too.
Finally, I have you to myself. You could be a little nicer to me, given everything I've said.
Oh, nope, that's Captain Rook. We already took Briggsy down. So Rook and Briggsy are both consumed. Oh, no. Well, she usually, I guess I got too close. She usually says some stuff about greed and her sacrifices that she's made.
You'll die here, just like Rose. He's mine! Mine!
Alright. At least I made a little bit of loot selling that crate of Jesse's tea. So that's good. Not a total bust. Is that a siren? Oh, I was hoping it was a chest so I could carry these two pendants. I'm not going for that. Ah, I see it! Land ho! Okay. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do as many notes as I would have liked to for this tall tale. So that's really cool. You get to defeat Captain Rook, and after Captain Rook, in the book that I was telling you guys about, Captain Rook ends up meeting Captain Slate and the crew of the Morning Star, which is it's so absolutely hilarious scene. You gotta read the book, right? You gotta read the book. It's a really easy read. A child could read it. It's very entertaining. I highly recommend it. If you love Sea of Thieves, you'll find the value in that book. And it's cheap too. I got it. They don't have it for free on Amazon anymore, but I did get a free copy of it on Kindle. They had a lot of Sea of Thieves comic books, and The Heart of Fire was free, so I didn't pay any money. So that's how I'm able to. I bought the book, of course, to do the book review. But it's nice to be able to, read a book off your phone. I have it downloaded, so whether I have internet or not, it's always there. Helps me pass the time. If I'm waiting on a ride or waiting for somebody to show up. Sitting on the toilet instead of reading Facebook, bust out the Kindle app. So thank you if you made it this far. I really appreciate you. Finally, I'll be able to move on to the next tall tale. I'm so close to that gold curse. We're going to get that gold curse. I also keep getting people that message me through Twitch, and they're like, hey, I never played Sea of Thieves before. Can you play it with me? Teach me how to play it? And then I get them on Discord. I stop what I'm doing during the live stream, get them on Discord, and then they don't even add me. They don't even communicate or anything. It's really annoying. These bots on Twitch are insane, which is why I don't really like that. Not a fan of that platform at all. Amazon is Vault Tech. And this ritual is amazing. So I really don't mind doing it 6 times. Let's go get the other pendant before a skelly ship rolls up on me. Alright, Rose and George, we're gonna end this curse. We're gonna end this thing. Give you guys freedom. Freedom of the soul.
Rose. George. Oh, by the heavens, I can hear them crying out from the pendants. I've never seen a curse this powerful before. I don't know what to do. Come on, Olive. Rose was always there for you, even if it meant
The all-seeing eye.
You'd be okay. Well, you're grown up now. Your turn to take the blow. I thank you for all you've done for me. But whatever happens now, you must not interfere. There's one last ritual I can attempt, but it's forbidden. Because few can take the pain. But even if I don't survive, Rose, well, she'd do the same for me.
So, while she's doing that, I will be streaming the next Tall Tale, The Art of a Trickster, on Twitch. I have 3 more times to do it. And then I will be recording it here on YouTube, the Tall Tale, and I'm just going to keep knocking them out. Tomorrow I need to apply to some more jobs. Probably do that tonight, turn in a few applications today, or tonight. try to secure some employment. They just built a new gas station over here. Might apply there. So R.I.P. again to Jimmy Cliff. One of his quotes, one of my favorite quotes of his is, "I'd rather be a free man in my grave than living as a puppet or a slave."
He's mine.
Yes! That's a beautiful thing right there. That's a beautiful thing.
I did it. Wild Rose. George. They're together at last. They're free from Rook's curse. I don't think they'll be returning anytime soon.
Yes.
But they found one another. Thanks to you.
No problem.
They're
No problem.
eternally grateful.
Let's go out to
And
dinner
so
after
am I.
this if you're free.
But I'll make sure everyone in
Homies
the
help
Order knows
homies
what they did
always.
for two lost souls today. If anyone can make it to the shores of gold, it's you.
KO complete. I only got 3,000. What? Is it because I beat it so many times? It's okay. Well, it's not about the gold. It's about the journey. All right. Thank you so much if you made it this far. I'm going to check out the pirate log just once more before I get out of here. All right. So I got Wild Rose is complete. The Art of the Trickster is... I got to do it 2 more times. And then I will record it on YouTube. And we got the last 3. Revenging the Morningstar. I don't even remember these, to be honest. I remember the Fate of the Morningstar because you got to go to the Ferryman for that. And the Shores of Gold, of course, that island is really cool. I love the island. I wish you could go to it, but you need the shroud, which is okay. You know, it's all part of the story. And I also have to do these 2, the actual Heart of Fire and the Seabound Soul. I don't know when I'll get to those, but you know, I need to get employed before I begin to starve to death. All right. Well, that was a fun little adventure. Homies help homies. Look at the Gold Hawk over there, Oro Halakon. So stay tuned. Stay gold. There's going to be a lot more content. And once I get back from the grocery store and before I go stream some more on Twitch, I'll do my final daily Dubby Dubs on the finals. I'll probably get into some Fortnite once I go to the store. And I'm going to put those 2 presentations that I mentioned at the beginning of this in the link of the description below, and I'll probably put I'll probably put some other links to the One Great Work Network, to What on Earth is Happening website, to Chris Callahan's website. I'll just put all the links in there, just so you guys you have no excuse. If you value truth, love, and freedom, start looking into these things, right? Break free from the Matrix. But anyways, stay tuned, stay gold. I really appreciate you if you made it this far. Beagle Eye Vision signing off.